What is going on out there, peeps? All right, man. It's a new year, a new beginning. There's a lot going on. There's been a lot of ups and downs for the year 2020. There was a lot of expectations, especially in gold and silver market. Yeah, I went on this binge watching of some older and more current videos on silver and gold, listening to the experts at first. These are your Wall Street people talk about things. I love how they were bashing silver and gold. Then they were praising silver and gold. Then they're bashing silver and gold. And I thought to myself, this is the norm. This is the norm for these people. These are people that are trusted with your money, your investment, your retirements. This is what they do. You know what I mean? And then I went to the people that I myself trust. These are people who actually are what we call gold and silver bugs. This is what these people themselves, they don't just talk about it, but they're personally invested in precious metals, as well as, believe it or not, cryptocurrencies. So I listen to them, but everybody knows that the ones I listen to and respect the most are those individuals who are gold and silver, or I should say precious metals, period. Precious metals collectors or investors who are historians. I love listening to how they compare a lot of patterns through analysis, history, times throughout history. What you could look for trends by learning from what we've done in the past, learning from what they said, the so-called expert, or I'll say Wall Street, these bankers, learning from what they were telling people back in the day and what really happened. It's amazing the crap that they laid out on people. And what's so different now than before, obviously, was we are now, we have a lot more access to real education. So it is upon ourselves to go out there and learn about your investment. So again, no matter what you're investing in, these people talking about, well, this one's better than that one's better than this one. All investments have some form of risk, some more than others. Okay? Some are very, very volatile, some not so volatile. Some have history going back thousands of years. Some have history going back as far as maybe 10 years. You got to be careful, like when you're investing in things. I've had so many chats these last couple of days with people. But first, I just want to say this. It absolutely fills my heart with joy. The number of people who are now holding on to precious metals, especially silver. And I'm talking about those individuals, you know who you are, because we were having a great chat and I was mocking you guys just for shits and giggles, telling you, these are the same people who said, this is how the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. And you took that, what I said, there's no excuses. You took that to heart. Some of you guys went out there and sacrificed a lot of things. You sold some goodies that you knew you weren't using. I told everybody this story that I'm still to this day going through my house. And when I see some stuff, I go, like, I inherited a Budweiser Stein collection that I have here. And I love my father, I do. And I miss him tons, and he's passed away. And I look at these Steins and I ask myself, why am I keeping them? Well, because they belong to my father. But is that the only reason? Yeah, it's the only reason. I don't need these steins to give me the great memories that I need of my father. They're just sitting there. Right now, they're not serving a purpose. There are some people out there, I get it, you're very sentimental to your stuff. I get it. There are some things that I'm very sentimental of. Yeah, I miss my father all the time. But I'm lucky. What I mean by I'm lucky is this. You see, my father was interviewed by our government. And on this website, they put him on there. You can see his little groggy face there and stuff. But the cool thing is this. There's recordings of him. Yeah, I'm thankful to God. Because when I really miss my father, I get to come here and listen to him. You see? There's all these recordings of him giving his testimony about his experience in Vietnam. Okay? So let's get into some things real quick here. Not that I want to get all wussified and emotional right now. All right, you guys, we need to, again, regroup and think about our investments. I am seriously, seriously grateful for my relationship with Money Metals Exchange. They have been phenomenal to my subscribers. I have heard nothing but great things from my subscribers who work with Money Metals Exchange. There are people out there who want to convert their IRAs, their 401ks. Like I said, you guys, you don't have to convert 100% of it. But just to be on the safe side, I had suggested that you convert at least 25, maybe 30% of it into precious metals. Money Metals Exchange can help you with that. Call 800-800-1865 and tell them Pimpy sent you. They will help you. They will walk you through so you could do what you need to do to help protect. All you're doing is protecting yourself against a market crash. It's going to happen, people. Okay? It's going to happen. But if it doesn't, here's the great thing about this. Even if you convert 25, 30% of your retirement into precious metals and nothing happens, you still have all your retirement there. The precious metals can be sold. As a matter of fact, the same people that you get the precious metals from, Money Metals Exchange, would be more than happy to buy them back from you if you wanted to. They also have programs that you guys can take advantage of if you ever run and get stuck between a rock and a hard place. You have an emergency real quick and they're holding your precious metals for you. They have instant loans. You can take a loan out against your precious metals without losing your precious metals. They would just be held as collateral. Obviously, you would lose them if you don't pay back your loan. But you can pay back your loan and still hold on to your precious metals. They're a family-owned business here in the United States. I'm grateful for them. They're great people, man. And they've helped a lot of people. So go talk to them, all right? So like I said, if nothing happens to the market, thank God, you're good. You have your retirement account. It's not going anywhere. But if the market crashes, you can lose everything because most of your 401k or IRAs are invested into stocks, some bonds. If they crash, you could lose everything. But if you have like 25, 30% of your holdings in the precious metals, then you are protected. And if the market crashes, there's no doubt whatsoever, whatever you lose on the market, you will more than gain in the precious metals. So you're safe. Do you see what I'm saying? You spent your whole life building this nest egg. Don't risk it. Okay? Don't risk it at all. Talk to Money Metals. Let them know that Pimpy sent you. Find out what they could do for you just to protect what you have. There's no harm in it whatsoever. For you newbies, if you are here in the United States or over in Puerto Rico and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. Free precious metals, anything I love. Okay? Over here, we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. You know this. It's my other YouTube channel. Over here, I can post things that I cannot post on this channel because it's already demonetized. It is still in review. Yeah, it takes that long. But I don't want to do anything to risk it. It's not fair to those individuals who tune in just to listen about, you know, foreign exchange, foreign currencies, precious metals, cryptos, the whole 9 yards, all right? I can post some of these over there when I can, but I don't want to risk anything. This is a different channel. I don't have any problems being a little bit more risque over here. For some reason, whenever something's really bad, they absolutely let me know this time, whereas before they didn't. And because of that, it allows me to post it under other platforms without no problems. This is NESARA GESARA. Now is the time for the announcement of the return of the prince. It's a good one. It's taken off like a bat out of hell. Come on over there and check that out, you guys. The hidden things in front of your eyes. The link is in the description. You guys know I have Pimpy's investment chat. It's over here on Facebook. It's free to join. If you have any questions about investments, just post them in here. There are a lot of knowledgeable people. They will help you. They will answer questions if I can't get back to you right away. You guys know I have a Twitter account as well. The links for all these are in the description. This is the one I tell everybody about. This is just like YouTube, but they don't censor. Some of these videos you will not see on any of the YouTube channels. That's because they don't censor here. Like this video here got censored. This one here is on neither channel. It got removed and I got punished for it right away. So they have all my old ones too. In case you haven't figured it out, a lot of videos from my Pimpy's investment chat have been removed, edited, deleted, whatever. On here, the link to LBRY will be in the description. They don't do that here. And I encourage you guys to come check it out. You can earn cryptocurrencies, I think, just for watching videos. So they pay you to do that. All right, so let's get into what's going on. I see gold and silver started to creep up by the end of the year. Not exactly where I thought it would be, but not too bad at all. We're back up to 1900 with gold. I was expecting it to be above 2,000, closer to 2,500. And silver somewhere around $35 an ounce. Trust me when I tell you this, they have pulled out every stunt in the world to hold these prices down. What are we seeing on cryptocurrencies? Yeah, Bitcoin is running like a bat out of hell. Still makes me nervous. There's nothing supporting cryptocurrencies whatsoever. But having said that, even though I don't trust this, you guys hear me say this all the time. That doesn't mean that there isn't a window of opportunity where you can make money. I think we're in that window now. Majority of all my money is in Ethereum. They've been doing very well. Okay, so don't get stuck on the dollar amounts, you guys. You guys see this. If you guys are interested in buying cryptocurrencies, there's a link in the description. Just follow it. They'll give you $10 just for following the link. Once you're signed up, you can earn free money. There's earn free cryptocurrencies down there. So although this looks good and you want to buy some Bitcoin, you don't need $32,400, which, by the way, is the high. It's new high, 52-week high. It's actually the highest. You don't need $32,000 to own Bitcoin. Let's say you want $20 worth. You can actually buy $20 worth of Bitcoin. It's fractional. You just keep adding to it, adding to it, adding to it as it goes up, down, whatever. If you want to own a full Bitcoin, you just keep adding to it. Eventually, you will catch up to the actual value and just let it do its thing. Ethereum's at $775. We'll take it. XRP, in case you haven't noticed, let me show you the difference. See, everybody gets hooked on the money. Then you see this big money over here, like, yeah, it's going up. Sometimes this is in the hundreds. Don't pay attention to that. Look at this. This is not even 1% increase, obviously. But you look at something like XRP. XRP is up 1.3%. Litecoin's up 1.1%. DOT is up 11%. That's what I watch. Look at the percentage of your gains and losses. Okay? That's how you pay attention to what's going on. XLM still teetering around here. So yeah, did XRP take a smack? Yeah, but it got down pretty low if you think about it. Where did it drop to? Let's take a look when all the crap started really, when it started taking a hit. Let's look at a 6. Yeah, so it's up here, you know what I mean? It's like 69 cents. It's way up there. It's way up there. And then, wham. So somewhere around December 23rd, it took a crap. Right, and then it kept taking a crap, and then it got way down here to, yeah, one time it was like 19 cents or something. But now it's back up to 22 cents. I told you guys, man, there's something weird about XRP. It's bugging the bejeebas out of me. I did a video explaining it. I thought, wow, see, on Coinbase and all these other ones, they might be delisting them or whatever. But you still can, it's limited what you could do on Coinbase. My thought is they're trying to keep people from investing in it because they do want to turn it back into an institutional coin, or not back into it. That was its original goal. So yeah, keep an eye on it. If you guys bought XRP, don't sell it. Just let it do its thing. Eventually start to recoup little by little. Bitcoin at a 52-week high. Ethereum's at its 52-week high. DOT at a 52-week high. DOT 1 and 2. This is what I'm looking at. See, it's 52-week high. This means over the past 52 weeks, this is your low, this is your high. That little blue dot tells you what side of this particular trend we are at. Right now, Bitcoin keeps setting record. Ethereum keeps setting record. All right, records. Litecoin was up there. It was setting, as a matter of fact, it's there now. 138.46, 138.32. It's at its 52-week high. Polkadot, it was up at 942. Polkadot 943. So you guys see this? Look at all these people are at and setting new highs. This is good for the past 52 weeks. Okay, these are good performers. These are good cryptos. Gold at 1900. Silver at 2652. Had some great conversations, like I said, with people about silver. They're like, look, these are the people I was making fun of jokingly, and we were joking about it. And they were like, look, I remember when I was complaining, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it starts adding up. The lady I told you that had a part-time job, she still has that part-time job. She is now teetering on almost 3,000 ounces. You know who you are. She was the one complaining about this is how the rich get rich and the poor stay poor. And I said, you got to do something. You can't make excuses. 3,000 ounces. Man, I feel really proud for her, man. You know what I mean? And I've not heard from Monica and her kids recently. They will reach out from time to time. I think the last I heard up to about 174 ounces. The kids are still doing awesome. She uses this as an opportunity to fire up the kids. This is good. So I'm really happy about that. I mean, there's a lot of people who never, ever thought about saving or investing before who are looking into precious metals. Precious metals, to me, is your safest bet. Now, when it comes to any investment, I told you guys there's always a risk involved. I don't care what it is you're investing in. Always, like I said, some are more riskier than others. You know, cryptocurrencies are very volatile. They're a lot more riskier than others. Stock market's very risky. Bonds usually not so risky. Precious metals has a very low risk. You work with Money Metals Exchange if you want to set it up in an IRA or 401k, part of your precious metals. They have a depository over there which they can hold it for you if you're too afraid to keep the money, or if you're too afraid to keep the precious metals in your house. And don't get me wrong, there are people out there like, look, Pimpy, I bought a couple $1 million worth of precious metals. I'm like, well, okay. And they're like, but I feel nervous about keeping it in my house. Of course you do. Of course you do. I don't have anywhere near what you have, and it makes me nervous to have it here. Mine's spread throughout 3 locations, and it still makes me nervous. Now, there are people who have secret rooms, hidden safes, and all that great stuff. Then do that. That's fine. But if you're too afraid to do that, Money Metals Exchange can hold it for you. You should look into that. Ask them about that. So I understand that. But the point is, either way, whether they hold it for you or you physically have it, it's protected. I can't say that about money that you keep in a bank, money that you keep in 401ks, IRAs, or anything, even cryptocurrencies. At any time, it can all be taken away from you. It's just something to consider. So nonetheless, what you guys got to do is, look, there's nothing wrong with being diversified. You know what I mean? I keep telling you guys to set a limit, and many of you have done this, all right? So when it comes to Iraqi dinars or, the Vietnam dong, I set a goal and I stayed there. Okay, about 5 million each. I don't want to get overboard. That's just me. What you do is your own business. But what you should do is keep in mind that there are risks involved. As we saw with the Iraqi dinar this year, what happened? They devalued the dinar. Told you guys, don't panic. It's not going to stay there. You can already see that they're talking about changing their rate to increase the value. Although the World Bank wants them to devalue, that's not going to happen. That's according to the Iraq government. They don't give a crap what the World Bank says. When you devalue your currency, it affects the poor. They're not having it. It was my opinion that they needed to devalue to get this budget for 2021 passed, get their salaries paid out. It's going to be short term, and then you're going to start seeing it increase in small increments and then continue to increase quickly. They just needed to weather the storm. We need everybody's economy to open up. Once they open up, you're going to see these things happen in leaps and bounds. In addition to that, same with Vietnam dong. What do we see them doing? Manipulating their currency. There's some possible tariffs getting ready to slap on them. So most likely they're going to start increasing their exchange rate. But even though nobody knows the date, nobody knows the rate, all these things are speculation, and there's a good reason for it, because nobody knows 100%. We pay attention to the trends, we listen to what people have to say, but again, you try to be really smart about what you're doing. So set limits on everything. Buy X amount of Bitcoin if you want to, Ethereum, XRP if you still want to go down that route. Same thing with foreign currencies, the same thing, you know what I mean? Even with precious metals. Although I set a limit on, even though I set a limit on precious metals, man, I have violated that limit. That's the one I'm not setting any limits on. I can't help it. I know it's coming up. As far as foreign currencies, you guys stop looking for them to do this magical change the rate overnight. Should they do it? Yeah, they should. But what I'm watching more closely is what is more realistic. And that is pay attention to their economies, pay attention to their growth, pay attention to them strengthening their local currencies, and then watch that currency grow against US dollar, as US dollar is going to crash, people. That means those foreign currencies, those cryptocurrencies, gold and silver, most likely going to go up against the crashed dollar. I think people are looking at cryptocurrencies as a safe haven. I don't trust it, though. I really don't. I think if the dollar crashes, you'd be surprised. Nonetheless, the one that will go up is definitely gold and silver, and the other ones that will go up are definitely foreign currencies against the US dollar. The only reason why they're so low compared to the US dollar is because of the strength of the US dollar. But once it starts to crash, other currencies will increase in value. That's what we're watching for. So just hang tight. Don't panic. Okay? That's why you got to set limits on what you have. Keep the faith. All right, you guys? Nonetheless, this is where we are for the year. Everything is, yeah, hey, I'm impressed by what Bitcoin is doing. Of course, how can I not be? Look at this. At one time, it was down here around, screw that. At one time, it went back down to 4,000. When was that? Remember that drop? As a matter of fact, I think it was in April. Where January, February, March, April, somewhere around there. But nonetheless, if you were around, so nonetheless, like 29,000, jumped all the way up here to 33, dropped back down there, 31, crawling back up there again. Yeah, that's an impressive jump, but don't, just keep in mind, if you look at the max, you got to remember that this happened in 2017. See that peak? It's obviously much more higher, but at one time it was here and then quickly went break down to here. Okay, within a short period of time. Just pay attention to those drops, you guys. Look at that, up there, 32,500, and it's still climbing. Remember, if it goes up really fast, it's going to drop really fast. Just be careful. I think we're in the window of opportunity. I think it's going to go up to July, but at this pace that this sucker is flying up there, I'm really concerned about a major drop really quick. Now, again, I got a little bit of Bitcoin, but mostly all my money is in Ethereum. It saw the best growth for the year. Oh, that's for 2021. Good Lord. 1 year. Here we go. Now I wonder why I didn't see that. So one time it was 143.54, is now up there 775. That's a pretty good growth. Now let's look at Bitcoin. I'm not looking for 2021. Let's look at that sucker for 1 year. Boom, there it is. Okay, because I remember it was down, where we at? Right there. It was around the 4,000 mark. Remember that? 5,000 back in March 11th when everything dropped. Can you imagine this? Buying Bitcoin at 5,200. Right now it's up to 32,000. What is it, about 5.5 times its value? Woo, man, if you put 10,000 in, you'd be up around 60,000 or so. Not too shabby at all. Anyways, you guys, look, just don't, this, you know, if you're one of the people going, oh, now's the time to buy, expecting to get a lot more money, don't be fooled. You know, you try to catch these things when they're down. There's nothing wrong with investing in it, but just be careful. Right now, it's way up there. What goes up must come down. Okay, just be careful. Nonetheless, you guys, set limits. Don't get caught up in all the rumors and stories about it's going to hit tomorrow. Make sure you do your research before you agree with that. A lot of people want this instantaneous richness. They want to hit that lotto ticket. Is it possible? Yes, of course it is. Can you imagine if you bought Bitcoin and held onto it when it was like 5 cents each, and even when it went up to 20,000 and dropped all down again, you still left them there? And now let's say you bought 1,000 at 5 cents each. Now it's up to 32,000. Yeah, do you see the point? Even though it goes down, eventually it goes back up. But I like things that are not so risky. Gold and silver are not risky at all. That's just me. All right, you guys, so I'm looking forward to a great 2021. We'll keep an eye on everything. You guys just keep checking in. I'll keep you updated. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You don't know how much I appreciate you being a part of my life and being part of my channel, all right? If you guys like the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I sure do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.